Brandon, it's time to pop some bottles.
Pop some bottles, Barry. Today, we have a really fun one. So this is one of Washington's, I would consider her kind of the premier winemaker, wine knowledge, wine expert we have. So I want to show you the bottle here. So today what we're popping, Erica Oars. See if we can get that in screen here. This is one of her red blends, Cabernet Sauvignon, Sangiovese, and Merlot, all coming out of Eastern Washington. One of my favorite blends. It's this beautiful mix of richness and subtlety. And this is just one of the most amazing. I gotta get my nose in this glass here.
Smells incredible.
So it has a little of that old world funk.
Yeah.
We got a Washington wine with a little old world funk, which I love. I mean, talk about a Tuesday, Wednesday night pop, watch TV, enjoy, or bring it to a friend's house and everyone's gonna love. I mean, this is a wine that I think anyone's gonna get behind.
This is phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, Erica's one of those special people. She started her career back in the late 90s, randomly met a guy at a bar. He got her into the wine industry. She just took it from there. What an incredible mind when it comes to wine. Love her to death. I cannot wait. I hope, Erica, I hope you see this. I hope you come to our shop and enjoy wine with us.
Come.
And I want to just experience all of her wines. So she really kind of kicked off her own wine journey after consulting to some of the best wineries going in Washington, Bear, Sparkman, Guardian. In the 2000s to 2013 started her first label, small batch 116 case production, and since then it's just been a game changer. So Erica, thank you for everything you've done. This is amazing wine, and the reason we're showcasing this today, guys, this is one of our wines in our next wine club release. This is the flagship for the next release. The release drops tomorrow.
That's really exciting. It also coincides when the podcast comes out as well. So
there you go.
You might be listening to this for the first time, or you might be listening to this sometime in the far distant future, and you think, damn, I missed that release. And now you can go back and track this ore down, because this is absolutely stunning. In today's episode, all about the wine club. We want to go deep into it, kind of the philosophy behind it, how it works, all the crazy benefits. I mean, I am a wine club connoisseur / addict. So
we've all been there.
We have. I'm quite extreme. So when I get obsessed with things or into things, I tend to get very obsessed and go a little bit overboard. And wine clubs in Washington wine are definitely one of those obsessions of mine. I mean, this has been a passion project I have wanted to do forever, is find the right person, the right partner, the right place to bring a podcast out that can really help people find and discover our wines, because they're so amazing. And what's even cooler is our wine club is really a discovery tool as well, not just for Washington wines, but for like incredible wines. So we want to explore that, like your philosophy behind it, how you build the wine club, how you build the selections, the different things that we have to choose from, because there's some options. Yeah, and then we do have an announcement. We're going to announce a new option for wine club members that I think are going to get some people really excited.
The evolution of this wine club is about to start, and it is, I think, going to benefit every single member, current and future. But getting to this wine club, every wine club, I don't tend to do a theme. I don't tend to just kind of stick to one lane. I want to express the wine club in a way that's very specific to kind of how I'm feeling that season, that time, that quarter, some of the wines that I've seen. But this particular one, I wanted to take and just showcase some of the most spectacular women-led, women-head winemaker wines from around the world. We have Washington, we have an Oregon, we have a French, an Italian. We have a number of other ones that come through, and it is one of the best lineups, I can arguably say, in any of the wine clubs that we've produced. Erica's just the tip of the iceberg on her production. The wine club that we have is, like Barry had mentioned, very curated and special. Every wine club's a little different. You get the same flair as far as experience and how that looks, but they're very, very unique wines. And I'm so proud every wine club that we were able to produce. And this one, having women led, is going to be fun.
Now, I think it's funny that you say you're not into necessarily doing themes, but it just so happens to be February. Women led. I get the romance in the air. I get love is in the air theme from this one. So touche, sir. I think that's.
I'm gonna say it wasn't unthought of. I will say.
Well, I love it, and I love to see the expansion in kind of the rise of women-led wineries and women-led wine lines. Like, we're huge fans of Jane. We're club members at Jane. If you haven't had Jane and you love white wines, and rosés, you should absolutely go check out Jane.
Yeah.
But if you
Stunning wines.
don't love white wines and rosés, you should still go check out Jane, because I was converted to a white. It's basically only white wines and rosés and a phenomenal Blanc de Blanc.
Oh my God, yes.
So insanely good. But that's an example. Like, we're seeing an explosion, we're seeing an expression of more women stepping into these great leadership roles and winemaking roles, and it's absolutely incredible. So I love that we have a whole showcase of that. And if you're listening to this in the future, the FOMO, I'm sure, is real now. It's like, I wish I was in that wine club. Don't worry, you can still get these wines. So, okay, so we have a cool theme for this month. How does the wine club work? We have a couple different tiers.
I don't ever want the wine club to feel overwhelming. So we offer 2 different tiers and 2 different selections inside of each tier. So we have a 3-bottle club and a 6-bottle club. Inside of those, you can have it mixed, which is going to be reds and whites and bubbles, or you can have all reds. We do mostly kind of focus on that red journey. I think Washington especially is going to be just amazing on the red side all the time. So we're going to be easily finding great things there. But the whites that are starting to be produced out here from around the world, the bubbles. We always have a bubble in our traditional club right now. We're going to get to a little something special there. But we always have something fun to start the night, start the evening with. The wines themselves, I love the wines in this club, in all of our clubs, because of how approachable they are. There are some spectacular wines in there that you might want to put on the shelf and hang tight for a little bit, but most of our wines are meant to drink. They're meant to just enjoy and share and bring to a friend's house tomorrow. And that's the goal. It's to enjoy wine now.
Absolutely. I think that that's one of those things that there is a common, maybe a misconception about, and one of, or just different ideas about. And one of the guys that really has been super influential for me is one of the kind of tasting masters, or kind of essentially runs the Bletsoe McDaniel's tasting room, John. And I'd love to get John on the show sometime. And I'd love he's an incredible sommelier. He's amazing. But one of the things that he kind of told me about aging wine was that really stuck for me, and it made more sense to me than other ways of talking about it, is that, essentially as the wine ages, it like loses some of that freshness and that fruitiness, right? And it mellows out. And he said, hey, listen, some people love that. Yep. He's like, they don't want that acid. They don't want the brightness. They like it to mellow out. And that's cool. He was like, me personally, he was like, most I'll age a wine is usually about 5 years. He's like, that's kind of on the long end. He's like, I like stuff that has pop and is fresh, and I like those fruit flavors, and I like that acid. I like that brightness. And that just made so much sense. It's like, well, neither's better or worse. It's just, it does change the flavor, but it's okay to drink your wine when it's not young, but when it hasn't been sitting around on the shelf for 5 years.
100%. And it's all about how you want to experience the wine. And the way I think about it is, drink what you like when you like it. And there are certain wines that I will admit they need to lay down.
For sure.
It's just the way they're built.
Yep.
But the vast majority of them, it's kind of like what you're saying. It's how do you want to enjoy it? I like a little of that acid, bright fruit. Okay, we'll take it a little younger.
Mm-hmm.
I want it a little more mellow and just kind of hanging out for a little bit. Give it a year or two. But either way, it's not wrong. I think that's the misconception that I think I heard as a young wine drinker, was there's the right and the wrong way to enjoy wine. There's the right wine for this dish, or there's the right wine for this. Yeah, there might be a little bit of a leaning one way or the other, red wine and meat, whatever it might be. But there's some spectacular ways to have fun with wine. And the one thing that I work so hard at is trying to experience wine in different ways. Try to experience it in a way that you might not have thought of before. Taking amazing wines, try them with different foods, try them in different times. Don't save that one bottle for that one time, that one special moment. It may never come. Enjoy the wine. Enjoy
Absolutely.
when you want.
Yeah. Enjoy the wine, celebrate the wine. I mean, wine, I think, can be both part of the routine and the rhythm of your life, and it can also be a part of a celebration and part and mark special events and special occasions. It's funny. So, for instance, my son Dash, he just turned 21 recently, and we went and got him a library bottle from Janik of one of my favorite Cabs shampoo. Their shampoo vineyard in that Cabs is like an amazing cab. So we got him his birth year of that library wine. But the problem is Dash doesn't like to drink wine right now. So, he doesn't like wine. He doesn't like to really, to drink per se. So we'll hold on to it. So that goes in the wine cellar.
Absolutely.
And when we find, if he does kind of come around, I'd love to crack that and share that with him. And so I do think there's fun stuff like that. Like, we just bought a new townhouse here in Edmonds, in downtown Edmonds. Yeah, we're moving. into Edmonds. I'm so excited. Right next to Bar Americano. And it's really been like a dream of ours to be in the downtown, like in the downtown. And that location is just an incredible location. But to celebrate that, on our first night when we can actually move in, which hopefully will be soon, we have a bottle of this Bledsoe McDaniel's Syrah that is an exceptional bottle of wine. And, it was one of those purchases where you're like, wow, I didn't know we had wines in Washington. It's in that Calcita Creek kind of price range, right?
Yeah.
But there's times where you want a special wine like that.
Absolutely.
And then there's just like all the other time when we have delicious drinkable wine, whether that's for dinner or for enjoyment.
Yeah.
And that's really where the wine club really is more focused. It's really more focused on those accessible wines that you can get on just on the regular, share them, bring them, drink them, sit on them for a little bit, but they're really there for you to enjoy.
Your everyday drink.
Absolutely.
You're really nice everyday drinkers. I think of that as like you can go to the store and you can grab a bottle of wine that's going to suffice for the night, and that's fine. I think there's a kind of a price point and place for everything. But what the wine club really tries to adhere to is a bottle of wine that you'd be proud bringing to your friend's dinner party or drinking with popcorn, on a Tuesday. It's that flexibility that we want to try to provide in this whole thing. And again, it's not the idea of price point and trying to like upsell and do things like that. We're trying to curate just really fun stories. At the end of the day, our wine is a story that's being told through the bottle. And that's at the end of the day what I'm trying to find.
I love it, dude. And it's like, besides the wine, there's all kinds of benefits to being in the wine club.
The wine, I mean, I think this is such a fun wine club to be in. Like you, I've been a wine club addict for a long, long time. And so I've had a lot of experience on things that were fun and stuff that wasn't so much. And so the wine club for us is A, getting good wine that you want to enjoy. B, it's about building community. You build community with all the other members. And the way we do that is our quarterly drop. So we're going to drop every quarter, February, May, August, November. And we're going to have a week-long style party. And what that means is we want to open this up so that it's not just a single night that if you miss it, you're out. We want to have people experience the wine club throughout the week on their time at their flexibility. Experience it a couple different days, either way. But what we're looking to do now, which I think is super, super cool, is you have opportunity through the week to just pop in and try it. You have the opportunity to have a Friday night out, come with a guest, try all the wines, have charcuterie, talk to me, talk to the staff, talk to Barry, who's always going to be there, to be around and have fun. And then my hope is down the road, maybe next release, maybe the one after, we're going to start bringing in local chefs. We're going to have a night where we can have a fun table for 13 or 14. Yeah.
Like a chef's dinner kind
like
of thing.
Chef's dinner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Like a kind of winemaker, chef dinner, kind of paired courses. I mean, kind of a fun, like a little bit upscale, a little bit of that. Like, oh, this is a fun treat. I mean, this is a little more intimate, right? Like a smaller group. And so, we're kind of moving into this more of a ticketed experience, right? Where it's like, you can come during the week of release, come in, taste all the wines for free, come in, enjoy them, and then come out for a special night for the wine club party where we have food, different food vendors that always do it up. And, you're just hitting that wine, you're tasting it, you're going back for seconds, you're giving it, oh man, this is phenomenal. I love it. My favorite. You're bringing a friend or a spouse or loved one, whatever. And then I think the addition of kind of that winemaker's dinner or that kind of curated dinner or a chef's dinner, where it's very intentional and we're pairing it up. I am so looking forward to it. I think it's going to be amazing.
The best benefits I think we're going to be able to provide. It's one of the coolest things. The daily benefits coming in, get your discounts, things like that, I think are amazing. And I hope everyone can take advantage of those because those are stunningly like off the charts. But this new wine club dinner, this new idea behind the chef, bring them in. I'm so excited because more than anything, being an Edmonds kid, bringing in local chefs, people who are building community in their own right, I want to be a part of that. I want to be there for it. And to have all of our club members who mostly are Edmonds people. I mean, we got the peripheral for sure, but they're Edmonds people who want to enjoy Edmonds. And I love that about it.
Yeah. I mean, because like it's the best, it's one of the best clubs in Washington. I've been in enough wine clubs to know it is absolutely one of the best, just from a benefit standpoint. Like if I was just being like, just a savvy shopper, a savvy wine buyer, and just like looking to say, hey, what's the value in a wine club, right? What's the benefit? What's the cost?
Yeah.
We're definitely very high benefit to very low cost ratio. So I really have always appreciated that before being officially like part of the team and partnering up and, bringing the message out here. It's like not only am I, the hair club, I'm its biggest member or whatever too. Like I use the product as well. I mean, so it was like I loved the wine club before, we launched Poppin bottles. And if you're wondering, is every episode going to be about the wine club? It is not, my friends. This is the wine club episode. We need to give it the love that it deserves, and it's getting the love right now. But every episode is not going to be about the wine club.
We're launching the club. We're launching the podcast. We had to drop an episode.
Yeah, it made sense. But no, it is a phenomenal wine club. I mean, the benefit on the retail, the discounts when you come in, to have a members taste, members pour. I mean, that's all. It's phenomenal, and the parties have always been off the charts, top tier.
Yeah,
amazing.
It's fun. It's a blast.
So what's this new thing that you've been hinting at a little bit? What you mentioned a couple times now. And so I hope, if you've been wondering, like, what are we talking about?
This little nugget of info we're about to drop. Something I've been thinking about for a long time. And it's something that I wanted it to be the right time. I wanted people to really kind of rally around this as a thing. We are going to go from not just corks, but we're going to go to Fizz. And we're going to drop a all bubble club coming up, our next release. This is going to be in the same manner, same curation, same style and quality, but it's going to be all Fizz, all bubbles from around the world. So you're going to have amazing domestic bubbles, amazing champagne, amazing cremants, amazing cavas, and I'll even drop some Proseccos in there, just bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Because I'll be honest, I love a good red. Reds are my everyday, but I will never turn down a bubble. I will start the day with a bubble, if they let me, and I will end the day with a bubble. I mean, it is just a phenomenal club to be in. It's something that I just can't wait to express with everybody. I'm going to experience it because bubbles to me are just this, like Winston Churchill said, the reason he lived so long is a glass of bubbles a day, and he found his way.
I love it. I love this idea so much. I love this club edition. So it'll be a club edition. So you can be, you can add it on. So you can be a member of both clubs, or if you're just you're a bubble lover and you just want to be part of the Fizz, then you're just part of the Fizz, which is really cool. So it's super flexible, and you get all the benefits that you'd get from the wine club. And so I think it's cool because, just like delicious reds, just like whites, whatever, there are so many different styles of bubbles in so many different ways that it can express and show up in different regions, and I think that this is going to be a really fun club to be in, because I'm with you, man. I think bubbles are like, when I hear that champagne or whatever, any bubble pop, it's just like, I say, the sound of happiness.
Exactly.
I'm like, this is the sound of joy. It's the sound of that pop. Although I did find out in France, it was funny. We were touring, I think it was at Veuve. We were at Veuve Clicquot,
sure.
And which is an awesome tour. It's so incredible. She was a genius.
Yeah, they're amazing over there.
You talk about a boss lady, like from back in the day. Madame Clicquot or whatever. She basically put modern champagne on the map. I mean, she's amazing. Her story, we'll save it for another time. Maybe she cracks some of them.
Absolutely.
But my God, she's amazing. But anyways, they told me there that in France, you're supposed to open it very, very quietly, and silence. And they were like, we do that so our neighbors don't hear, because they'll come over and they'll want some. Right?
I love that.
I loved it too.
Oh,
but it is the sound of angels' wings. It is.
It's one of the things where there are very few, if ever, you open a bottle of bubbles and you don't have a good time.
There was one time I had like a cheese one that was very cheesy and funky.
Oh yeah. Probably.
You actually would have loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Our friend Aaron, who's kind of likes weird, cool stuff, loved it. My wife Mary hated it. She was just like, this tastes like a just funky cheese. And I was like, it's kind of amazing.
It's fun. Yeah.
I know, but most of the time you're gonna love your bubbles.
Bubbles. I mean, I think, and you just mentioned this, bubbles aren't just a straight line. It's not, champagne and then cremant, and then there's this weird other thing here that's Spanish cava, and then there's Italian prosecco. There's this diversification within all of those. I mean, I just brought in a Spanish cava that tasted exactly like champagne. And it's one of those things where you're like, blow your mind fun experiencing all these different bubbles. So I can't wait to drop this club. I think this is going to be stunningly beautiful and on all the different levels. It's going to be really fun.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait for it. And it's hopefully that club will be ready for launch, and we'll do a big announcement. So there's no possible way you'll be like, you will not miss it when we launch the club. We will put it everywhere and blast it everywhere. And hopefully we'll have that queued up and ready to go for our next release.
Absolutely.
Which will be sometime in May. Excellent.
First week in May.
Well, listen, this is dropping on a Wednesday and the club party is on a Friday. So if you hear this or you watch this, we'd love to see you there. It is a ticketed event, so make sure you get tickets for the club party event. And if you can't make the event, that's okay. Come on in, have some of your wine, taste some of your wine, pick up your wine. We'd love to see you. And again, follow, subscribe. We appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the community. and we welcome you into Fox and Bottle anytime you want to shop for maybe a slick jacket or a dope
Nice
sweater.
little, like, sweater.
Oh my God.
It's the apparel is coming off the charts, man.
We're going to need, speaking of women winemakers, we're going to have to get some women guests on so they can showcase some of the dope retail, like apparel that we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Love that.
otherwise, like some of those sweaters, they're just going to be a little too tight on me.
They look good on you, though.
We'll see you next time.
Cheers.